Justin, aka Mr. CallMeSense. Yeah. So why don't you first and foremost go ahead and explain to the audience where that name came from?
CallMeSense. Well, it was years ago. I used to do music, and my artist name was Ever Since '92. Like Ever Since.
Gotcha.
And I was born in '92 because I got a little older. I wanted to change the name, and I'm not exactly sure where CallMeSense came from. I think a friend of mine suggested it. It was pretty like plain to me. I didn't want anything that was too outlandish, and it kind of just stuck.
Gotcha. So you used to do music?
Yes.
What kind of music? You was rapping, you was singing?
Rapping, poetry. My dad was a DJ. I'm from New York.
Gotcha.
And my mom sings. So I started writing music at about 8 years old.
Okay. What was the first song?
Oh man, I can't even remember that. So my dad used to make beat tapes, and every time he made a new CD, he would give me a CD, and so I would just put it in my CD player, and I would just sit down and start writing.
That's really cute. Well, hey, Justin.
Hey, I had the bars too.
You can spit some?
I had the bars.
You can spit some?
You want me to spit something now? This is an artist.
You got me. Okay. Part two. So let's get into your business then. If you wouldn't mind telling us, what was your first exposure to art?
I remember drawing ever since I was like 4 or 5.
Okay.
When I used to get in trouble, I used to go to my room, no TV, no games. So I would just draw, and that's like one of the earliest recollections I have from art.
And what kind of things did you use to draw?
Dragon Ball Z, I had like a how to draw book. I remember like Flintstones, like some of the older cartoons.
Okay, cool. Describe your style and technique. Tell us how it developed and what makes it different.
I think my style and technique is anime abstract art.
Okay.
I do a lot of different art, but that's like the main forms that I'll go to.
Mm-hmm.
And mainly because I like the line work and fluidity of it.
Okay. How has your practice changed over time?
Over time, I think you just have to stay focused as an artist and consistent.
Okay.
One piece might take 15 hours, one might take 40, one might take 5. So they say practice makes perfect. And when they speak on entrepreneurs in any business, they say once you put that 10,000 hours in, and that's a lot of hours. So who knows how many hours, you really put in. But I just try to stay diligent, make sure I do something every day.
Understand. So I know you said like abstract and anime. Has that always been your style?
Mainly, Dragon Ball Z is like an anime
Right.
type of art. I got into abstract art maybe a couple years ago, maybe about 3 years ago. So that was something new I picked up.
Gotcha. What is your weakness when it comes to your craft?
When it comes to my craft, I would say getting out my comfort zone and trying things I haven't tried. Like I don't really do a lot of graphite, or I don't do like oils. Those are like mediums that I'm not used to. But
you have experience with them?
Yeah, I have experience with them. But like painting, I wasn't always into painting. I just started painting maybe about 3-4 years ago. And all that took for me to get into it was just doing it.
Oh.
Yeah.
3-4 years ago?
Yes.
This kind of work, 3-4 years later.
Yep.
That's talent.
Sneakers, canvases. Yes.
That's
Thank you.
Talent,
Thank
of
you,
course.
thank you.
So is there any ultimate goal that you like to achieve, or is the goal to just continue creating?
The ultimate goal is to continue creating and to build a organization where children can come and you have all of your arts in one collective, draw, paint. And art is more than just like painting and stuff like that. I know we spoke a little bit on music and everything like that. So just a collective of things, similar to like a Boys and Girls Club, if you will.
Okay, so you got your painting, you got your music, your poetry,
right? All of your arts and
definitely
dance.
Understand. That's really dope. How does your environment affect your ability to create?
Oh, greatly. At home, I like my own environment because it's one that I set. Like my paintings are everywhere. It's like a feng shui. So when I walk in, it's kind of like a sigh of relief. But I also create everywhere else, whether it's live painting at a show, or if I go to like one of my homies' houses, I bring my painting with me and I just paint while we're there chilling.
Oh wow, okay. What draws you to painting in such a digitally aged time?
I like organic. I like the natural feel of it.
Okay.
I do some digital work too, but I definitely like.
You do everything.
I try my hand at it.
That's good.
Thank you. Yeah, I like. Maybe I want to pick up a canvas and paint, or maybe I want to pick up a denim jacket or a pair of sneakers, and you can't really do that with digital art.
That's definitely true, because you can take that and add it to other aspects. So I understand that. How important are titles in relation to the piece that they represent?
The titles always come at the end.
Okay.
Of when I finish creating something, and I think about it. Sometimes the titles are the hardest parts. But as far as the vision goes, being an artist, I just like to let the creativity flow, and I try not to be scared of doing something on a piece of work, because that might give you an extra skill that you just learned.
True. Okay. So there's never a time, I know you said the title generally comes after,
Right.
which makes a lot of sense. But has there ever been a time where you named the piece first and then you set out to create?
Not many times.
Okay.
Not many times. If it's a piece, say if I'm painting like Goku, I might it might have a simple
Right.
meaning, because people know the character. But I think the titles are the hardest if it's a painting that I don't know which direction I'm going.
Okay.
And I just want to be free with it. And at the end, I just sit back and I look at it. And that's when I study and analyze it and figure out, it's like a newborn. What do I name this piece?
Oh, like your baby.
Right. I mean, after you spend a lot of hours on something, it's some sentimental value. If you went to work for 30 hours, you're going to expect that check. And you're going to be like, oh, I need that check. It's like the same thing with a piece. So it's like, okay, what's the name of this
That's
piece?
really cute. Oh. So tell us, how did you get into customs, and what was the first item and the end result?
I got into customs, just the basic creativity, being an artist, what can I do next? And the first thing I customized, I believe, was a denim jacket.
Okay.
So I got this really crazy bleach wave, where I just started bleaching a whole bunch of pants and jackets. But the denim jacket was about 4 years ago. Bleached it, started distressing it, added some patches and stuff, and I still have it.
I was gonna say, do you still have it?
I still have it. I was gonna wear it, and I should have.
Yes, that would have been so cute.
Yes, but I forgot. Next time.
Come on, promo.
I know. I gotta get it.
Somebody could see that jacket and be like, "Yeah, I really want that shit."
Right. I know.
Dang. Okay. So, do you have a favorite piece that you've created or you're most proud of, whether it's the paintings or the customizations?
Definitely. One of my favorite pieces, it's called Tribal. It's actually this painting right here.
Okay.
And it's a...
Go ahead, tell us about it.
So it's a self-portrait in abstract form. I usually wear a lot of colors like this, bright colors, and I don't like to look how anybody else looks when I dress.
I understand.
Hence the custom sneakers and
yes,
things like that.
The Tony the Tiger, the frosted flakes.
The frosted flakes, right. And with this piece, I didn't know where I wanted to go. I was just like, you know what? I want to create a piece where I don't know the end result, and I just want to be free with it.
Okay.
So this piece, I spent about 60 hours on this piece.
Oh, wow.
I did it about 2 years ago. And the name, Tribal, I wanted it to be something that people could identify with in our culture, as far as the colors and maybe the Afrocentrism of it, even though it's not, it has a block for a head.
No, I definitely understand. And like you said, with the color schemes.
Yeah, and the color schemes, I just wanted it to speak out,
Right.
the painting itself.
Okay, and then you said it's a self-portrait?
Yeah.
Yeah, that head, it definitely looks like yours. I can see that.
You can see that?
I see it.
So I got the hair out right now.
So, do you see yourself becoming one of the greats, like Wiley or Basquiat, anything like that?
I would hope so. And you just have to stay consistent with your work. Those guys put a lot of time into their craft.
Right.
And I try to do the same. It'll be great. So I've been painting for about 4 years. So I hope to be even better 4 years down the road and, 20 years down the road. So I'm excited to see where that'll take me.
All right. Okay. So, little side question. Do you ever submit your work to museums and things?
Yes, I do a lot of gallery shows out here in Atlanta. I do a lot of vending pop-ups. I haven't been in a lot of museums, but galleries, there's abundance of them in Atlanta. So for the past 4 years, I've been doing nothing but shows, and I'm out
Getting
here
your
in
work
the
out there.
streets. Yes.
That's right. Hustle it out. So this is actually my last question for you.
Okay.
Tell us, what does art mean to you?
Art. So my business, when I first started my art business, I named my business Language.
Okay.
And I feel that art is like language to people. And I always give this reference. So you could be someone, you could be from Mexico, you could be Spanish, and I can be English. So talking to you, you may not understand what I'm saying to you.
Right.
I may not understand you, but I can show you a picture, and it could be of a dolphin. I can show you that picture, and you know what I mean by showing you that picture because you can visually see it. And I feel art is a language between us that people can understand very easily. You know, I think it brings people together because necessarily you don't need words, but in every painting, every piece, I think there's like an emotion, there's a feeling to it.
It's something we all can relate to.
And so art to me is language itself.
Definitely.
I'm sure to tear.
I mean,
I'm sure to tear.
okay, so now that that's all said and done, if you wouldn't mind telling the audience and the viewers today how they can get in contact with you as far as Instagram, Twitter, where they can find your content, where they can buy your art, if you have any upcoming shows.
Okay.
Now's your time.
All of that. So I go by CallMeSense. It's like call me on the phone. And then SENSE, like common sense. Exactly. You can type that in Google. That's my Instagram. That's my website. My name is Justin Wilkins. You can type that in. I'll show up on Facebook. And those are my links. I have a show coming up November 8th, Pancakes and Booze. It's down by Georgia State. They come to Atlanta like 3 times a year. It's 1,000 to 1,500 people in one night.
It's a really big turnout.
It's a big turnout, so come to that if you can.
Yes, okay. And as always, guys, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I shall see you guys next video. Peace. Bye.
They say never say never.